Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the channel that likes a good short sword. We're going to talk about this one here. It's super badass, the sax. But first, let's go ahead and try to pay a bill. And we're back! Okay, just so you guys know, I sort of put my website on pause. You weren't really using it that much. You guys were all just emailing me anyway when you wanted a sheath made. So we're just going to continue with that. If you need a custom sheath made, hit me up at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com and I will get back to you, find out what's going on, and make your custom sheaths. I'm kind of leaning more towards making for knife makers because it's just steady business for me. But if you guys need something made, don't be a stranger. I will make your sheath. Okay, before we get going, I wanted to offer you guys this limited edition Olight, one-of-a-kind bookmark that you can only get during a flash sale. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to one of you guys. Oh, it broke. I guess... Oh, it broke. Well, I guess you could just go through customer service. They have a lot of Chinese bots that can help you out. And the next flash sale that they have, you can probably snag another one of these or get them on the secondary market on eBay for a lot more money. Okay, joking aside, let's talk about this sax. This thing's freaking awesome. And as you guys know, I have a thing for swords, in particular short swords. See my APOC Survival Wakizashi review sent in by Cult of Athena, which I greatly appreciate, by the way. However, I don't know if they need to invoice me or if that was a giveaway. They stopped answering me, so I think they're mad at me right now. Sorry, Cult of Athena, if you're cranky. I offered to pay for it. I don't know what you want from me, but communicado has ended. So there you go. That might have been a one-and-done thing from Cult of Athena. We'll see. Anyway, this one is actually made by a buddy of mine, Sam. Shout out to Sam. What's going on? And my buddy Bob. How are you, Bob? Bob brought this over to show me, and they're actually selling this one. If you're interested, hit me up, email me. They may have a buyer, is what Bob said. But we got like this kind of stag antler handle here with like this like butt cap peened in and a really cool like, I guess like a guard Suba scenario here. It's kind of, I don't know, hexagonal. I don't know what shape that is, but it's rounded nicely and actually feels extremely comfortable in the hand. This was made from an old decking file. How freaking cool is that? It's got a murderous point to it here. I mean, just raucous. There is a pucker factor involved with this thing. And I have to say, the natural materials, the POB, the balance, I mean, even like the file markings here and everything, the aesthetic of this thing, really like do it for me. This thing feels awesome in the hand. Of course, it's very forward heavy. It's a chopper. And this is, a sax. Are you guys familiar with the saxes? The type of swords used by Vikings. I don't know too much about it. But I told Bob I'd make a video. This thing's awesome. So if you guys are interested, hit me up for a quote. I'll tell you what Bob said it costs. But I really just wanted to show it on the channel as a wham-bammer. Have some fun with it. This thing is nasty. I mean, I really feel like very capable with this thing in my hand. And it's not like my style of training. It's got a little heft to it. It's got a little weight. So you got to have a little wrist strength, of course. But check out this really cool leather sheath that they made with these runes, on it here. I don't know what they say. Probably like, this is a badass sword, and whoever carries it's probably badass too. I think that says so right there. All right. And it's just set up in a really cool way too. You can kind of have this long ways. You can set it up horizontally. Pretty nice. Here's this in the sheath. I mean, I don't have a lot to say about this. I just wanted to show you guys. I think it's really neat. I thought you would like it. And I do want to show more like swords on the channel. And, in modern times, short swords are in. Like, this is like, you don't want some big long sword. We're not like dueling other knights and stuff, battling other Viking elements. But this thing, like in the woods on your hip, you probably feel pretty capable. And just how cool that it's made from an old decking file. Just really good work. I really like the edge on it. I don't know. This has been in my house for a couple months now. I told him I'd make a video. I'm finally getting around to it. Sorry, bud. Took a while. Bob, let us know in the comments, like, all the details about this knife that I'm forgetting. I guess it's a knife, right? Would you call this, guys, a knife? Short sword? What would you say? Looks like a 17-inch blade on this sucker. Looks like a 5-inch handle. And the handle's pretty thin, and a little bit irregular here. And I thought that would be maybe a little strange in the hand. But when I grip this thing and I just kind of butt right up to the guard here, I feel I have full command of it. It's not going anywhere. This thing's awesome. What a cool piece. Definitely a collector's item. I would definitely get this like for the wall or something like that. But also, you know, you're tramping around out in the woods. Why not throw this on your hip? It's pretty badass. I don't know. I just like it. I wouldn't throw it through any hard use just because I wouldn't want to injure something that was handmade like this. I really dig knives like this, and I know a lot of you guys like it too. So this is Knifemaker Spotlight, 3? And I just say that it's just perfect. So my buddy Sam, shout out. He could probably make you another one if they sell this one, I'm sure, especially if you ponied up the tree stars to begin with. But on a whole, I would say that as is, this thing is just awesome. So if anybody's interested, hit me up. No big deal. But on a whole, I just bumped the camera with it. But on a whole, I just think it's really impressive. It's got a pucker factor to it. It's got a really interesting balance to it as well. Like this, if you're doing snap cuts or something like that, I could see this thing just being just really effective at what it does, especially for thrusting. The guard seems to work really well. It does stop my hand and doesn't seem like much of a hot spot either. There's a little one right here. You know, if you were really just kind of hauling off using this thing a lot, I could see this being a hot spot right there. But I would just choke down a little bit. You know, if you were really chop a hoe, I would just choke down just a touch. And you're good. Other than that, when I come right up to the guard, it is very comfortable in the hand. It's got a nice balance. And no, I'm not going to cut anything with it, but I think this thing's really great. Good job, Sam, making this thing. It's been around for a little while. Guys, let's get this thing sold. I think they have a buyer, but if not, I know it's going to go to one of you. So hit me up in the comments and or shoot me an email at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com. Also, how you get your custom sheaths made from now on, and I will let you know how to get a hold of this puppy. But more importantly, guys, let me know what you know in the comments about a sax. Educate me, man. This is kind of like a blind spot in my knowledge. So I got this in hand and I was just like, whoa, what the hell? And Bob explained a little bit more to me, but I really like this thing a lot. It's hardcore. I'm going to miss it when it's not in the house anymore. But let me know what you think. Also, let Sam know what a good job he did. This is super cool. Always good for a knife maker to hear positive feedback about their work. So let's hook the guy up with at least that much. And yeah, that's about it for me, guys. That's all I got. So I'll see you guys next time on 5 Minute Knives.